Right, hey folks, it's Jack from Peach Guitars here. Welcome to this brand new introduction to a rather exciting product from Boss. So the guys from Boss have stopped by the shop today to show us the brand new Waza tube amp expander.
Yes.
We had a little bit of a preview at NAMM for this product, and we're really excited to actually finally get our hands on one. And this is literally just a first impressions video today, so we're going to have a really in-depth, fully featured video coming very soon. But we just wanted to get this out there to you right away and show you what this thing can do. So Matt from Boss here is just going to talk you through a few of the features of this brand new product.
Great.
Take it away, Matt.
Yeah, so as you heard in the playing example there, we started off with a completely dry sound. So we can add in a few extra features with Waza tube amp expander. The whole idea is to modernise the sort of valve amp experience, as it were. So first and foremost, it's a reactive load system that's mimicking the load of a speaker. Now, what we give you is 16 different types of reactive load that you can, analog reactive load that you can then dial in to match your amp to give you the best feel and response. And as you heard, we were playing it earlier, each one of those makes this amp feel and respond very, very differently.
Indeed, yeah. And that's often a common complaint that people have had with this kind of device before, isn't it?
Exactly, so you're kind of fixed to one reactive load and every amp will respond to a different cab in different ways.
Yeah.
So you can really start to dial that in. Then we actually run it into a 100 watt Class AB power amp. So we're loading it down to 0 and then we're using this as a continuous master volume control for your amplifier. So you can take 100 watts and attenuate it all the way down, you know, kind of run it at kind of super quiet, or you can take a 1 watt amp and then you can obviously turn it into a 100 watt monster. So from that, we then come into this section here, which will then give you an effects loop, which is a very common thing that people want from old amps that maybe they're cranking and they don't want to run a delay pedal into the front end.
Yeah.
So this actually gives you an effects loop that will sit post power amp. We also give you onboard rack compression, delay, and reverb, which you can dial in just on the control there. So as you heard in the playing example, what I was doing was then starting to dial in a spring reverb there, and that's, you know, just like the spring reverb you'd get on a normal amp.
Yeah.
You can just dial it in straight on the front.
And that's foot switchable as well.
That's all foot switchable as well. So you also get an EQ boost and amp control if you want to change channels on your amp. You can run the GAFC. You get tap, reverb on and off, effects loop on and off, solo boost, and then all of that panel can then be saved in one of these 10 rig slots here, which can be fully controllable over the foot controller or over MIDI as well.
Okay.
So on top of that, we give you 2 Xlr Outs, which you can use for monitor recording as well. And when you go for your line outs, you get a bunch of different cab simulations as well as an IR loader, so you can start to load your own impulse responses in as well for studio recording.
And that's what you guys are going to be hearing in this video. Was we've just taken a direct feed, stereo feed out of the back of the unit, and all the speaker simulation is happening inside the tube amp expander itself.
Yeah, and then we've got a separate line out volume here, and then also we give you a separate headphone volume as well. So if you just want to hear everything through headphones,
for the quiet times.
Yeah, exactly. And the nice thing is because your amp is responding the way it should, because you've set it to a particular speaker load, you get that great sound as well through the headphones.
Well, that was very much the challenge that we set the guys today. As I said, this is just the first impressions, but we wanted to take, you know, specifically this 2-rock, which, as you mentioned before, 100 watt beast of an amplifier, and we were using the speaker out control there really successfully just to tame the volume coming out of the cab here, as well as sending a completely separate feed to in this case, a recording interface, but, you know, for front of house, for live use. It's really kind of, I'm glad that Boss has waited and really fine-tuned all the features that you could want.
Yeah, everything that you could really want to basically take your amp to the next level, and that's the thing. This is the ultimate addition to your amplifier, and it really helps you find the magic sound that might be in your amp that might have been unattainable through volume challenges, for example. So you can really dial in the sweet spot on your amp and have it controllable at any level.
Exactly. Yeah, it's great fun to play through this kind of thing because it just removes all of the kind of horrible things that you get out of playing a really loud amp in a small room, which you're in now.
And obviously you've got a great selection of, you know, lovely, loud boutique amplifiers as well that you're really going to be able to test it through.
We're really going to be putting this thing through its paces, putting it fully to the test very shortly. But for now, guys, I hope you've enjoyed this short little clip, just hearing what this thing can do. It's a fantastic unit. I hope you really enjoy it. check Peach Guitars out at peachguitars.com in the near future, and you're going to be seeing this unit very soon, as well as a fully featured video coming shortly. So thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.